Okay.
What's up?
Okay, John.
What about
I want
today?
to talk to you about the 3 H's.
Okay.
Okay, so this is something that you talk about a lot when you give talks, especially in the corporate environment, and also you talk to us a lot about it as well. So, break it down. First of all, where did you hear this? Where did it come from?
Ironically, a Canadian man, James Fitzgerald from OPEX, who we would have trained with. He was my coach for a long time, and the guys here, we've done a lot of accreditations with him, so he's amazing. He kind of came up with that concept, the 3 H's. It's a very simple way to, analyze your life, see where you are, and see if you're feeling happy. The 3 H's, as we know, stand for happy, hungry, and horny. So yes, that comes up in the corporate world a little bit, maybe sometimes to wake them up, but it's also a really simple but very effective way to self-assess, check in and see what's going on.
Okay.
So to look at that in the broader spectrum of things, what does happy mean? Happy
Yeah.
is okay, am I happy in this moment? But also when we think bigger picture, are you happy with your journey? Are you happy with where you're going with life? Are you happy with your goals?
Okay.
If not, there's need for change there.
Yeah.
Okay? When we talk about hungry, we're talking about a hunger for life, a hunger for your training, a hunger for growth in your personal life, business life, and also an appetite for food.
I was just going to say,
because it comes across in many meanings, right?
Yeah.
And thankfully the kind of theory has changed, or the view has changed around food, where people used to think they needed to be constantly hungry or constantly full or starving themselves, and there's this kind of misunderstanding as to what the relationship with food should be. Is feeling hungry a good thing or a bad thing?
Yeah.
And my view is there's a fire in our belly all the time, and that hunger should be there for more, for training, for food, for business, for everything like that. So having a good, healthy hunger is important.
Yeah.
Feeding it with the right things is even more important, and that comes again across your training, your business, etc. Feed yourself the right stuff.
So I can already see how happy and hungry would then tie into each other, because with happiness there's a lot of mental health sort of involved in it, and so if that is down, then our hunger automatically goes down too. Our hunger for anything, for just being, and
for being, exactly, and getting to a happier place of being is what life is all about.
Yeah.
So that you don't need, fancy things in your life to just simply enjoy a nice cup of coffee, right?
Yeah.
So happiness and hunger go hand in hand for loads of reasons. One of them being if you're not sleeping well, and generally if you're not sleeping well, there's a number of different factors.
Yeah.
As we say, it's a multi-pronged attack to improving your sleep or your digestion. But if you're not happy and you're not sleeping well, they go hand in hand, because serotonin, etc. is produced, and there's a whole thing that happens in your circadian rhythm around recovery and rejuvenation. So if there's a piece missing there, we can delve into that. And if you're not happy, let's see why.
Yeah.
And let's look at your chemical, physical, emotional stressors. How can we help that?
Yeah.
And likewise, if you're not hungry, what's going on there? Is there a sleep or recovery piece around that?
Yeah.
Because if you're not recovering and your body's in a state of chronic stress, non-vital functions like digestion, eating, things like that, your body goes, you know what, that's not important for now.
Yeah.
They kind of get pushed aside because your body's in survival mode. So the 3 H's you can go very deeply with that.
Because it's like a diagnostic tool.
It is a diagnostic tool.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I always look at them like, where am I with work? Where am I with training? And then, if I'm just ticking those 3 H's, I'm in a good place.
Yeah.
And I'm productive, and I'm getting into my flow state easier with work, and I'm creative, and you know what, I'm having a good time. That's what it's all about.
Okay. All right, let's get into the third H.
Everyone
a
wants
little
to
bit controversial, so let's talk about it.
Yeah, right. Horny. That's it. In a nutshell, what's that all about? It's essentially showing that you are, first of all, hormonally in a better place.
Yes.
And when we look at our pyramid of human performance, the second layer of your pyramid is hormone optimization.
Okay.
So if the base of the pyramid is about your mental health, your purpose, your why, and your happiness, the next layer up is hormonal optimization.
Okay.
So if you're not where you need to be hormonally, then we need to, we're going to get symptoms.
Yeah.
Symptoms come in many different formats, but one of them is lowered sex drive, impeded sex drive.
Okay.
So if there's something going on there and you're not craving sex, then that's kind of showing that there could be something out of sync there.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's a diagnostic tool to say you've low testosterone levels,
Yeah.
but if you're not craving that, and if there's something out of tune there, generally for me, when I'm training hard, I'm eating well, it's like my sex drive's through the roof.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I'm offending people talking
Not at all, no.
about the S word, but look,
Yeah.
it's such an important part of the human species is reproduction, and you know, being attracted to the opposite sex or being attracted to somebody, a significant other, let's say, and having a high sex drive, you're in such a good place, and learning how to enjoy that and embrace that is very important. If that's missing out of your life, then you can be sure, well, I just have seen such a link with people who are, you know, low with their training levels, not eating what they need to eat, not recovering, not sleeping, and then also missing out on that piece. See you, Jennifer. I see such a connection there, and it's one of the questions we ask in our diagnostics as kind of assessment at the start, because it's so fucking important. The Irish culture, we're getting better now, but we're quite embarrassed to talk about the S word.
Absolutely,
you know, you don't talk about that. It's whatever. But learning to first of all talk about that, look at what's going on and ways to improve that makes you a fucking happier person. So it has to come into those 3 H's. So I love the 3 H's for that reason.
I absolutely do too.
And it also, when you sit down with a new client and you talk to them about those things, straight away everything's put out on the table. You know what's going on.
I love it.
That's it.
So we just need people to be more honest about this stuff.
Yeah, and then how to get to the optimal state of the 3 H's, that's a 15-pronged attack. We can talk about that in our next talk.
All right. Thanks, John.
Yeah.